Very good morning and welcome to Thurston College Grounds, Colombo 7. This is Mercantile E Division T20 tournament game between John Keel's Holdings and South Asia Technologies. The first ball already done. The skipper, Aruna Bhimanage, off to a very good start, and here's the confirmation. South Asia Technologies winning 4 matches out of their 5. This is their 6th game and they are hoping to move into quarterfinal with some confidence. In the meantime, John Keels having won 2 matches, they are still in with a chance of moving into quarterfinals, and very important game. A win will definitely make sure that they will move on to quarterfinal quite easily. Saviru Satnidu outside the off stump. Bhimanage generally bring the ball back into the right-handed batsman. Very clever operator. Bowled reasonably well the other day against Haley's B. Saviru Satnidu, 62 matches, so much of experience. Average isn't great. These are combined figures, we all know that. Once again, a little bit of away movement. Touch too wide, says the umpire. First runs on the board for South Asia Technologies. This tournament, as we all know, with the participation of 13 teams divided into 2 groups. This is Group B encounter. Here's Bhimanage's figures: 59 matches, 6 for 50. This speaks about quality. Sounded nice off the bat. No real momentum. They get the second quite easily. Decent throw would have had the batsman in trouble. Lasantha Kamalal. South Asia Technologies played 5 matches, lost just 1. That was against TVS. Very competitive group, very tough group. TVS winning 5 out of 5, right on top. South Asia right now in the 3rd position. A win here will put them in the 2nd position quite clearly. Gentle dab could be a good piece of fielding. It's a double header today here at that's Lasantha Kamalal. 19.74, 250s. They've done exceedingly well during this tournament, especially in this format. T20s proven their bread and butter. Just like that, just helped on its way for the first boundary of the day. Lovely techniques. It was on his pads. Invitation extended, and Kamala says thank you so much. Neat little wrist work. Take a look at it. Just like that. Just whipped away and reaching the boundary on the first bounce. This is very good cricket. Bhimanage already under pressure, conceding 9 runs, 2 wides. That's a worry. That's more like it. On a back of a length, little bit of bounce, and safely negotiated. Very good first over for South Asia Technologies. 9 for no loss. This is the start little earlier on. John Keels prefers to bowl first. This is exactly what they did during the previous game. Preferred method, preferred strategy. Bhimanage winning the toss straight away, deciding to bowl first. They have a very, very good batting lineup. The likes of Ashan, Piris batted so well the other day. Saviru Satnidu, who's on 3. Lasantha Kamalal with that boundary is on 4. Very good start. Looking at this group, there are 4 teams already almost booked their place in the quarterfinal, rather 25 matches. Short pitch delivery was slower. He was hoping that one to arrive at him at pace. Uday Kumara. Yet another gentle seamer. They're not too worried about the techniques. That one kept low. Not the best pace of wicket keeping. They are running through for an extra run. Score into double figures. Satnidu, Kamalal generally provided good starts for them during this tournament. The record shows that they performed outstandingly well. Just as I mentioned, South Asia Technologies, very good team. One of the favorites, if not the favorites. Good hands, gently push that one away. No runs to be taken. 6.67 at this stage. You're only worried about getting as many runs as possible during the first power play. 6 overs, just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Right now, they've deployed a fielder at sweeper cover region. That's pretty interesting. Slapped away. And the fielder in the deep. Just mere spectator. Sounded nice off the back. And beautiful piece of timing by Kamalal. He looks to be the aggressor earlier on. Just what the doctor ordered. Not the best piece of bowling by Uday Kumara. Yes, you got predominantly offside field set. 2 fielders in the deep at sweeper cover and deep point region. But that got not gonna stop Lasanta Kamalal by picking up a boundary. 5 runs already. Good hands. Gets it through the gap, coming back for the second quite easily. John Keels, having decided to bowl first, found themselves under a little bit of pressure already. 8.73, things moving along really swiftly for South Asia Technologies. Coming into this game, they are the favorites. And they will be doing their best. Second position up for grabs. Right now, John Keels in 4th place. Just about the similar delivery. In the gap. He's not gonna miss out. Lasanta Kamalal says thank you so much once again. This time gets it over point fielder's head. And the placement was good. There are 2 fielders, just as I mentioned. Deep third man and sweeper cover. None of them got any close. 2 overs done, 20 for no loss. It's a wonderful place, very busy place during schools cricket season. Playing 11 John Keels, Mimanage, Moise, Chaturanga, Basnayaka, Gunatunga, Silva, Veragoda, Alvis, Kumara, Eligoda, Piris, and Nelim Denia. For South Asia Technologies, Kevin Pereira, Chamadrat Nayaka, Madhuanta, Kamalal in the middle, Jayatilaka, Fernando, Shurakshit, Avishka, Amarasena, Satnidu, Kandanarachi, and Ishara. 2 very strong teams based on the way they have performed in swinger. Gentle hands. Commitment is shown, but overthrow resulted in another extra run. Little erratic in the field, John Keels. After during the toss, skipper winning the toss, deciding to bowl first, if I'm not mistaken, against Haley's, they've decided to bat first. Scored something around 155 runs, wasn't enough. And today, just maybe hoping to change their fortunes. Good cricket in a outer part of the bat. In fact, just a single, good piece of bowling, good cricket all round. Mimanage Now, having realized these two batters, if room is provided either on the offside, on the onside, they will definitely take maximum advantage out of 9.86 under pressure during this tournament. A score of around 160, 170 proven very, very good. A sort of a score that put the opposition under a great deal of pressure. It's been proven. And wonderful venue. Nice outfield despite overnight rain. Travels pretty fast. Yorker length. Try to blast that one through coverage and missing it altogether. It's a good over comparatively for Mimanage. Skipper. Been in the scene for a long period. Lasanta Kamala, who's on 14. He's the aggressor. And Satnidu, he's very keen on getting Kamalal on strike as much as possible. On his pads, cramping the batsman for room. Much better over so far. You get only 4 overs. It's just about minimizing the damage. At this stage, both the batters looks to be aggressive, and they've already picked up few boundaries. This is good bowling. Just a little bit of away movement. Kamalal adjusting himself accordingly right at the last second. Interesting field set. You just cannot afford to bowl even straighter. 2 fielders in the deep. Deep third. Sweeper cover. They will be very busy. Oh, that's a lusty blow. And just tickles over the boundary. Just as I mentioned, few areas in the outfield little soggy. That was struck beautifully. What would have been a great over spoiled with that boundary. 7 runs off, 3 done, 27 for no loss. There you go. Intentions pretty clear. If it's there to be hit, he will go for it. Now the boundary, things looking up for South Asia Technologies. Very strong batting lineup. Yashan Avishka coming in next. Kamalal, 4 boundaries already. Striking at 180. Excellent. I thought John Keel's bowlers haven't done too badly, apart from bowling few deliveries down the leg side. Short pitch delivery previously by Mimanage, spanked away for a boundary. It's about bowling good lines and lengths, making the batter do something extraordinary. Looks like a bowling change. Right arm off spin. Nadun Basnayaka, known for his batting mainly. Very effective operator. 10 matches, 14 wickets, 4 for 2. That's his best figures. 5.23. .5, so he's been a partnership breaker. Gentle left arm orthodox spin bowler Nadun Basnayaka. I thought performed really well against Haley's the other day. He was the one who came in and broke that partnership, took the wicket off Aaron Fernando. He was batting so well and he came in straight away, picked up a wicket. It's more like it. Little bit of bounce. On top of the middle stump. Satnidu trying to make some room and blast that one through backward point region, missing it altogether. There you go. Excellent piece of spin bowling. Just about a carbon copy of the previous delivery. Nadun Basnayaka steadying things up for John Keels. Based on their net run rate, John Keels is in front runner. Good cricket. Absolutely no pace at all. Let the batsman do the hard work. It's very tough on a mat. Time your shots when the bowler is operating with the speeds of around 75 kph. That one struck really nicely. There are no fielders in the deep. Yet another boundary. He was under pressure for a little while. Subiru Satnidu picks up his first boundary. Nice shot. You got to take calculated risk, and he done that perfectly well. He knew there are no fielders in the deep backward square leg region. Picked the right spot. 4 runs so far. Still a pretty decent over considering how the other bowlers operated so far. Basnayaka. Superb. So it's a pretty decent over for Nandun Basnayaka. Just 4 runs off. 4 overs done, 31 for no loss. It's an important toss. John Keel, skipper. Aruna Meemanage straight away deciding to bowl first. They know for a fact they need to cement the 4th position and move into the quarter-final round with some confidence. It's important. T20 cricket is about momentum. You start well, you go hard right throughout the innings. Yet another bowling change. Pasan Gunatunga, left arm orthodox spin bowler. Short, that one came in. Kamalal was expecting that one to turn and shaping up for a square cut. But that one came in and he adjusted accordingly quite quickly. Good hands. Gunatunga, yet another bowler, been entrusted with the duties of restricting the opposition. Oh, that was way outside the off stump. Quicker, flatter, but off target quite badly. Pasan Gunatunga, you do that when you're under pressure. Kamalal knows only one way, is to go after the bowling. Spanked away, there is protection in the deep, and he's not going to stop that. Not going to get anywhere near. This is excellent batting. It's been one of the reasons why South Asia Technologies have done so well during this tournament. Take a look at it. Given it all. Thrown the kitchen sink at it. And importantly got the placement 36. 50 runs, just maybe 60 runs inside first 6 overs. Proven very, very good. Set the tone, set the platform. 8.31. A full toss. And a no ball. Oh, that was a very, very close one, but the umpire's decision is the final. Tossed it up. Marginal decision, but the umpire, on-field umpire's call, that what matters, was over the waistline, in fact. Yeah, right call at the end. That's the reason why we have keep on telling they are in better position than any of us. This is quick going down the leg side, so getting flatter and quicker. Already given away 6 runs, but he was lucky. Given nothing away with the free hit down the leg side. This is ill discipline. Pasan Gunatunga, understandably under pressure. This is what you can do when you have a dasher like Lasantha Kamalal opening. You straight away put the opposition under pressure. Bowlers, they will have to do something different. That's more like it. Inside the tram line, moving in, absolutely no turn. Flatter, coming in with the arm, restricting the batsman, Pasan Gunatunga. Now, for him, it's about minimizing the damage. Good shot. Outer half of the bat, gets a single quite easily. Kamalal is in good rhythm, 16 deliveries, and he already moved up to 23. And excellent support, complementing each other, these two batters. Just as I mentioned, one reason why South Asia Technologies have done exceedingly well. This is quick, loud shout. No is the call. So it's a very good over once again for South Asia Technologies. 8 runs off after 5 overs. John Keel's under pressure. Very close, agonizingly close, not quite. Marks the end of 5th over, 39 for no loss. All the bowlers apart from Nandun Basnayaka went for plenty. Vimanage 16, Gunatunga 8, and Uday Kumara 11 off his first over. They are under pressure. Something special got to give when it comes to John Keel's holdings. This tournament very interestingly poised. We are still in the league round. We have 7 teams in Group B. Little bit of turn. As you just saw, Kamalal was initially shaping up for a straight drive, and immediately realizing there is a little bit of purchase off the mat for Nandun Basnayaka. Just a gentle little dab and gets a single. Always important, picking up singles. We mentioned this right throughout the tournament. Dot ball percentage 47, staggering. They would ideally try to keep that around 30%. Beautifully bowled. There are no fielders. The chase is on. Too easily taken. Saviru Satnedu, he looks like a very clever operator. Playing the field beautifully. We saw just a while ago, picked up a boundary over deep backward square leg against the spin bowler, the same bowler Nandun Basnayaka. Square leg fielder is in front of the square. This is good cricket. Coming down the track, gentle push. Yes, gone all the way. Just as I mentioned, he's a clever operator, very clever operator indeed. He knew both the fielders. There you go. Gets it over the infield. The chase is on, but both the fielders not gonna get there. Wonderful cricket, 46 runs. South Asia Technologies. Cock a hoop at the moment. 7 runs already, just 3 deliveries in. Nandun Basnayaka experiencing the same fate. 1.3 overs, gone for 11. That's more like it. Little flatter, quicker, in line with the stumps. Gentle push and gets a single. Satnedu is very keen on coming back for the second. Kamalal wasn't ready. Who's on 24. 17 deliveries and 18 deliveries respectively. Kamalal striking better than a runner ball, and Satnedu exactly runner ball. Off the back foot. Good piece of bowling. He was in 2 minds, Lasantha Kamalal. Was a fuller delivery. He decided to go to back foot. Interesting. That's very, very close and given. Deservedly so. Nandun Basnayaka just about applying his variations. Quicker delivery, flatter, no turn, pitch in line with the leg stump and would have crashed into leg stump. Lasantha Kamalal's cameo comes to an end. 24 of 18 deliveries. Pretty decent. Would have gone on to crash into the leg stumps. LBW Nandun Basnayaka, 24 of 19 deliveries with 5 boundaries. He has done the job. Crucial breakthrough. Bit of a relief, no doubt, after 6 overs. Still the run rate 7.83. At this stage, you shouldn't worry too much about the projected scores. New batsman Mahendra Jayatilaka. It's a double header, just as we mentioned later on. The table toppers, TVS, taking on Brandix. Mahendra Jayatilaka, fairly experienced, 953 runs, best of 125. Excellent strike rate, I can tell you, 143.96. Just the kind of a strike rate you would hope for coming in at number 3. Usually your best batter coming in at number 3. Gentle hands, the response is very good. It looks like a team well drilled, playing together for a long period, and communication between two batters right from the start. Jailal and Satnindu, they've been picking up singles at will, keep the scoreboard ticking from time to time, picking up boundaries. Mahendra Jayatilaka, a moment ago we saw his figures, 143 plus strike rate. Very, very useful in this format. Just 20 overs. All they need is to maintain the momentum. A player with proper techniques, very neat looking forward defensive. Gunatunga. John Keels now, after picking up a wicket, trying to get in few good overs, few economical overs. Outside the off stump, punch off the back foot, gets a single and gets off the mark. He looks a high quality player. Immediate impression. Sabiru Satnindu, who's on 19. Now his role is to bat out the innings. It's more of an anchor role. 19 deliveries, 19 runs. With a bit of football and somehow managing to prevent that single. Well done. Mercantile sector, especially when it comes to E division, very, very competitive. Fuller. Yet another dot ball. They're gonna need plenty of them. John Keels holding. So generally hope to keep the opposition under 150 runs if you are bowling first. Flatter. Try to work that on the way and gets a single. Both of them pretty quick between the sticks. So pretty decent over. Just 3 runs off. 7 overs done. 50 runs on the board. There you go. Lasantha Kamalal batted superbly. 126.32. Excellent strike rate. 24 runs off 19 deliveries. He's a boundary hitter. Already, South Asia Technologies have picked up 7 boundaries. Ideal ratio. 7 overs done, 7 boundaries. So they've been scoring boundary per over. It'll be interesting to see what will be the approach by Mahendra Jayatilaka. Looks like a solid player. Figures suggest that. Lovely hands, a full toss. Could have easily tried to hit that one, blast that one to mid-wicket region and missing it altogether. Instead, gently pushed away and gets a single. Get the scoreboard ticking. 51 runs already on the board. They'll be definitely eyeing something around 180, 175 at least. With a very strong batting lineup. The likes of Sabiru Satnindu already settled. 21. Well bowled. diving himself. In the process of completing the single, Jaya Tilaka loses his bat. In fact, Satnidu, no harm done. They've completed the single with utmost ease. Nandan Basnayaka, the sole wicket taker. As he come into the attack, I mentioned he's a partnership breaker. So he brought that breakthrough. Well, ball. Lovely hands. Gentle to backward point region and gets another single. So after the dismissal of Kamalal, things have slowed down. No boundaries after that. Kamalal, he's after the bowlers. Aggressive intent. No half measures. That's his approach. Goes over the infield. Little risky, but it's in the gap. So they get a single. Very decent bowling. And then Basnayaka, we saw the other day, when Hayes was moving along really quickly, really briskly, he came in and took that wicket. Done the same, getting past the outside edge once more. It's been proven tough to score boundaries against him. He's into his third over, given away just a single boundary. Good bowling. At this stage, coming back for the second and gets it quite easily. Excellent running. They knew straight away. Subiru Satnidu pushed it gently. Fielders are in the deep, so quite easily completing the second. 8 overs done, 56 for 1. It's been a fantastic tournament, especially for South Asia Technologies. Performed brilliantly, winning 4 out of 5. Never easy, considering how strong the oppositions, the likes of Haley's B, David Peary's group, Brandix, and the likes of John Keel's group in the group, and making it a very tough group. For the same reason, this game, this particular encounter holds a great deal of significance. Sachin Silva comes into the attack, 20 wickets, 19 matches. Decent average, economy, they wouldn't mind. Sort of a front foot pull shot, only be a single. So after the completion of 6th over, plenty of fielders down in the deep, as many as 5. Sweeper cover, long on, long off, deep mid-wicket. As we speak, deep mid-wicket fielder comes in and sends in a very good return. Sachin Silva, another very clever operator. Done decently well during this tournament. Moise, the man who does the fielding. Well bowled. Just about all the fielders inside the circle are standing right at the edge. So plenty of gaps. It's just about working the ball into gaps and picking up singles. Plenty of them available. Boundaries have dried out. Oh, that's a bit of a rash shot. Try to pick that one from way outside the off stump. Sachin Silva doing nothing special. Gentle off spinners. Not too much of turn. Flatter trajectory. Mahendra Jayatilaka, who's on 5, and Satnidu, he's the one who's controlling things out there in the middle for South Asia Technologies at the moment. That one dragged it from outside the off stump. Should only be a single. So the progress have been hindered after the dismissal of Kamalal. They've been maintaining a run rate of around 7.5, 8.5 during The first power play. Oh, sharp turn. Well kept. Could have easily gone through the hands. So it's a very decent over, just 4 runs off after 960 for 1. We've already mentioned how competitive this tournament is. This group in particular, Group B, consists of 7 teams and only 4 teams get to move on to quarterfinal rounds. On the other hand, Group A, just 6 teams, 4 of them get the opportunity of going into the quarterfinal round. One would argue little less competitive in comparison to the Group B. Sachin Silva just completed a very good over, given away 4 runs. Now boundaries have quite clearly dried out. Tushar Rivera got a 6 matches, just 2 wickets, bit of a part-timer, best of 1 for 12, 7.7. So he's been very expensive, average, nothing much. Flatter, straight to the bowler's hand. Veragoda just maybe brought in with an intention of picking up another wicket and put some more breaks on South Asia Technologies scoring. Outside the off stump, dragged away. There is protection, should only be a single. They've done decently well during their previous match. John Keel's holding, their fielding is okay. Just there were mistakes. You expect this in D division, E division in particular. Bounce. Was there an edge? Bowler was excited for a moment. The wicketkeeper. Interesting call. Prodigious bounce for some reason. He's little apprehensive on that occasion. Direct hit, but he's in. Call from the non-striker was very good. He judged that there's absolutely no opportunity for a single. Would have been curtains. There you go. Direct hit. Just in. Good awareness. Good piece of fielding. John Keel's holding. Trying their best to tighten the screws. 126 immediately. Projected scores have gone down. We are just about reaching the midway mark. Just 2 deliveries to go. Despite being a part-timer, very good. It's a very good first over. Straight to the extra cover field. A short extra cover field for no run. This is brilliant. I didn't saw him bowling against Haley's. So he's a very clever operator, very useful operator. Not trying to turn the ball too much. Just worry about darting it on a good length. A full toss. Spanked away. And there was an opportunity. It was in the air for a long period, I can tell you. Just bounced once before going past the boundary line. 4 runs. What would have been a great over. Spoiled just like that. Juicy full toss. Just bounced once. There was an opportunity for a catch, not taken. 10 overs done. Halfway mark. 65 for 1. Looking at the way things panned out so far, TVS Lanka, South Asia Technologies, Haley's B, and John Keel's, their chances of moving into quarterfinal round is pretty good. Good cricket, a little hesitation. Now they are looking at the possibility of coming back for the second. Good piece of fielding in the deep. Basnaik sends in a very good return. Sachin Silva into his second over. Pretty decent figures. Jainetti, 11 deliveries, new to the crease. at this stage, they won't mind conceding singles and coming back for the second. This is good running. Just got the first run quite quickly. Immediately put the fielder under great deal of pressure. He was standing right at the edge of the boundary, so he had to cover a lot of ground. By the time he reaches the ball, ample opportunities, 2 more runs taken, 3 runs off. First to deliver is Sachin Silva. Short outside the off stump. Jainetti just maybe thought of coming down the track. Having seen the flatter trajectory by Sachin Silva, decided against it, wisely so. Quite clearly, Jayatilaka was hoping to come down the track. Straight down the ground, getting past the bowler. Should only be a single. No intention of coming back for the second. It's been a quiet passage comparatively for South Asia Technologies. John Keels were under huge pressure during the first power play. Good bowling within the tram lines and goes for a single. Direct hit, but he was touched too late. Decent over so far under the circumstances. Five runs already taken, including a leg bye. So the final delivery coming up. It's been a decent spell so far for Sachin Silva. Just about to complete his second over. Struck well. Will they come back for the second? They will surely did. Proven very easy. Both of them slender, quite mobile. Picks up another couple. Very decent over. 7 runs off 11 overs done. South Asia Technologies 72 for 1. Before this game, 32 matches have been completed, including a bye. So things been moving along really nicely as we are reaching the second round, the crunch stage of this tournament. Whipped away, only a single. Tushar Veragoda been entrusted with the duty of coming back for the second over. Right at the beginning I mentioned bit of a part-timer, but he came in with a very good first over. So as a result, skipper deciding to give him the opportunity of bowling another over. The ball, sharp turn, gentle little dab, should only be a single. Wonderful venue, wonderful facility, nice lush green outfield, very well maintained of course. Busy place, plenty of cricket, be it club cricket, be it mercantile cricket or schools cricket. Good cricket. Oh, they're coming back for the second quite easily. Not the best piece of fielding, I can tell you. Fielding the deep, just ambling across, taken a while to reach the ball, and 2 batters. They're not going to miss out on opportunities like that. Tushar Veragoda, he's not very happy about that. Gets it over. The bowler's head came off the ground. A firm push down the ground. So it's been a decent over so far. 2 more deliveries to come. Just about not conceding a boundary. Mahendra, who's on 15. Coming down the track, gentle push straight back to the bowler. A dot ball. Tushar Veragoda. He's been doing a very good job. Well, this is good bowling. Getting past the inside edge, trying to go for a big heave over mid-wicket region. Just 4 runs off. Very good over. 12 overs done, 76 for 1. As we move on, we will have a look at the points table. As it stands, South Asia Technologies, they are looking very, very good. Already booked their place in the quarterfinal. It's just a matter of whether they finish in second or third. Reaching the field on the first bounce, he was right at the edge of the 30-yard circle. Absolutely no opportunities. Projected scores have come down, which means John Keel's Holdings got things back under control. Perhaps exactly what the skipper would have expected, winning the toss, deciding to goes aerial. There are no fielders and a boundary after a while. Cheeky little paddle sweep. Mahendra Jayanethi was looking for a scoring opportunity, boundary scoring opportunity. Finally gets it in form of a paddle sweep. Beautifully done. It doesn't matter how it comes. Some improvisation by stylish looking right-hander Mahendra Jayatilaka, who moves on to 19 with that boundary. Just under 8 overs remaining now. Good bowling. Getting past the outside edge and given out. Sachin Silva picks up a prize scalp. He was looking dangerous, picked up a boundary. Got in a straighter delivery, getting past the inside edge. Excellent piece of glove work by the wicketkeeper. South Asia Technologies losing their second wicket. Beautiful piece of glove work. He was on the line. As they say, the line belongs to the umpire. Mahendra Jayatilaka is out for 19 of 20 deliveries. Dhanushka Chaturanga, excellent piece of stumping. Sachin Silva picks up his first wicket. 2 down for 81. John Keel's Holdings, including the skipper, knew that they need to break that partnership. Excellent piece of glove work. Flatter delivery. Whip up the bails in a flash. And Jayatilaka, absolutely no opportunities to get back. Interesting stage now. Saviru Satnindu, 32 runs of 37. New batsman in Yashan Avishka. Got 100. Best of 124. Awkward bounce. Otherwise, he would have definitely prevented that single. He was diving. The ball bounced over his head. Fortunately, no damage done. Conceded 6 runs so far. Importantly, picked up a wicket. Room outside the off stump. Into the deep sweeper cover does the fielding. 8 runs off that over. A very good one. Wicket being taken. 13 overs gone. 83 for 2. This wonderful live coverage coming your way courtesy of Sporty.lk right throughout this tournament. Simultaneously, D Division tournament reaching the final stage. So it's been a wonderful job done by Sporty.lk. Cricket lovers throughout the country, in the region, and around the world enjoying high quality mercantile cricket. Easily worked away. Should only be a single. They are coming back for the second. This is excellent running. Saveru Satnidhu knew straight away. He was using gentle hands. Fielder in the deep has to come a long way. And Veeragoda once again isn't too happy about conceding a couple instead of a single. Smashed away down the leg side. Should only be a single. Fairly decent size outfield, just about 65 to 60 meters. Well grassed. Nice even grass coverage apart from few bare patches. So fielders generally enjoy their time, and for batters, plenty of singles available. It's just a matter of getting it into the gaps. Just like that, whipped away. This time straight to the fielder. Got 3 fielders in the deep. Wide long on, deep mid-wicket, and deep backward square leg. There are no fielders inside 30-yard circle on the onside. Oh, inside half of the bat and straight into the pads. Would have been curtains. Now South Asia technology is growing impatient, slowly but steadily. Flighted delivery, invitation extended. Satnidhu coming down the track, just maybe try to hit it too hard. He was in position, good footwork. Good hands. Will they come back for the second? Yes, is the call. And quite easily. Field in the deep got to be much more vigilant than that. He knew this is not the first time they picked up a couple. Just a gentle push and he's got caught on his heels. On second occasion straight. 6 runs off, 5 deliveries gone, 6.43. Now run rate once again going up. Flatter, a wide, just maybe anticipating Satnidhu to come outside of the crease, firing that one outside the off stump, and wicketkeeper does a fantastic job. Could have easily ended up conceding 4 wides. Should be taken. Landed safely instead. 2 fielders inside the 30-yard circle, none of them very keen. And no harm done. So that's the completion of the 14th. 91 for 2. Gone aerial was hanging in the air for a little while, but the fielders got caught on their heels. Absolutely no opportunities. 14 overs done. 91 for 2. Fairly well placed with 8 wickets in hand. Partnerships excellent. First wicket stand, 47 runs and 37 deliveries. Major contributions by Lasantha Kamalal. Then very brisk partnership, 34 runs for the second wicket. Not as quick. As a result, run rate now come down to 6.5. At one stage they've been maintaining a run rate of around 8.5. Sounded nice. Fielder comes around. Looks like Ashan Piri sends in a return, and they quite easily completes the second run out opportunity. They've been little lackluster today in comparison to what they've done during their previous game. Little erratic. Yes, they were put under pressure during the first 6 overs. They got things under control, but the fielders in the deep in particular, not being vigilant, not being quick enough, not being nimble-footed. And this man, Satnidhu, fast reaching his half century, 44 deliveries, 41, just 9 runs off. Fine piece of bowling. Flatter in line with the stumps. Gentle little dab, nothing more than that. Saveru Satnidhu, little watchful. I'm sure concerned about a personal milestone. Well bowled. Back-to-back dot balls. Dot balls have been a rarity. We mentioned during this tournament despite being a T20 format. Plenty of dot balls, 47% altogether. Opening himself up, that one kept low and deservedly so. Sachin Silva picks up his second wicket. Excellent piece of bowling. I'm starting to wonder that one just maybe got the inside edge, but definitely kept low. He's been wearing his pace from time to time. So no half centuries for Satnidhu, but batted responsibly. Yes, indeed. No inside edges. That one kept low. John Keels, they wouldn't mind how it comes. Satnidhu out for 41 or 47 deliveries. Ball Sachin Silva. Now they have lost 3 wickets. It's a feel-good factor inside John Keels' camp. Right from the word go, they've been put under pressure. So this is not the ideal stage for new batter to come and settle. Marshall Fernando. Looks like a batter who got long levers. Compact looking player rather. And Sachin Silva. He looks good. Just about to complete his 4th over. Best of 59. Strike rate isn't great. Marshall looks like a very young player. That previous dismissal. There you go. Just less than 6 inches. Didn't rise at all. Kept low. Satnidhu trying to opening himself up and played that one over extra cover region. Didn't work. Paid the price. Back in the hut. 3 wickets down. 2 relatively new batters out in the middle. Yashan Avishkar and Marshall Fernando. Outside the off stump. Cut away and gets a single. Gets off the mark. From the 11th to the 14th, John Keels Holdings bowlers done a good job. Just they've not been alert in the field, conceding too many twos. But he's in the middle of a very good spell. Just a single delivery remaining, 2 wickets for 20 runs. Improvisation, gentle paddle towards fine leg region, gets a couple quite easily. Nevertheless, excellent figures. 22 for 2 after 4 overs for Sachin Silva. 15 overs done, 96 for 3. Looking at the batting, apart from Satnidhu and Kamalal, the rest have been little lackluster. Yes, Jayatilaka got off to a good start, 19. Now it's the responsibility for Avishkar and Marshall Fernando to get them over 130, 140. They are in with a chance. Projected scores 128. But I'm thinking with as many as 7 wickets in hand, they should be eyeing something at least around 140, 150. That will definitely make this game a very competitive one. Flat. Gentle push. Veragoda into his 4th over. Yet to pick up a wicket, but he's done a steady job. 3.1 overs, 18. You'll take that any day of the week. This is T20 cricket. Color clothing, dark, black screens, white ball, and all according to international standards. Mercantile cricket reaching new heights. Flatter. Really nicely cut away, but he gets only a single. Will they come back for the second? No, they won't. Good piece of fielding in the deep. So it's been a very good passage of play. Last 5, maybe 4.5 overs. Not too many runs. They picked up as many as 2 wickets. Put brakes on scoring. Very few boundaries. Apart from, I'm thinking, only a single boundary during that passage. Marshall Fernando's on 2. Avishka who's on 5. Once again, flat goes aerial. And he gets it over the boundary line. Yes. Not the biggest chap. Marshall Fernando packs a punch off the back foot. No intention of keeping it down despite having a fielder at wide long on region. Much needed boundary. There aren't too many sixes in this innings. Should be taken. Oh, just fallen few inches short. Excellent effort nevertheless. Tarusha Veragoda almost picked up his first wicket. Take a look at it. Oh, just an inch. Got a touch. Yet another chance gonna begin. Flat. Gentle hands. Should only be a single with they coming back for the second. No, it's the call. Wisely slow. But I'm thinking field in the deep at square leg region. Taken a while to reach. Had they been little vigilant, there was an opportunity for the second. Veragoda just about to complete his spell of 4 overs. Single delivery remaining. His final over, the fourth, being an expensive one. 9 runs off already. Flatter. Straight to the fielder. No, it's the call and very close call. So it's a good end to Veragoda's spell. 4 overs, 26. After 16 overs, 105 for 3. Bowling for John Keel's Holdings. Nimanage, the skipper, went for 8 and over, 2 overs, 16. The wicket takers, Silva, 2 for 22. Excellent. Basnayaka bringing down the scoring rate, 1 for 18. So spinners pretty much drag things back for John Keel's Holdings. Pacers went for plenty. Kamala gotten after them, scored 5 boundaries. Afterwards, things have slowed down. South Asia Technologies were in with a chance of reaching somewhere around maybe 150, 160, if not 175. But the chances of going past that pretty slim. Straight to the ball, and yet another dot ball. Or not the best piece of fielding, I can tell you. Fielder was thinking with the batsman. They are appealing and perhaps thought that one came off the edge. Was it a catch? 2 umpires having a brief discussion. Very, very interesting. Pasan Gunatunga. It's a bump ball. So single taken, nothing more than that. Gunatunga into his 3rd over, conceded 12 runs already. The spinners done the job. Drag things back considerably well. 16.1 overs, 106 for 3. More importantly, they brought down 2 new batters. Marshall Fernando, proven that he can pack a punch. Well balled, outside half, straight to the fielder, still gets a single. Very youthful side, South Asia Technologies. Just about all of them, apart from Kamala, running between the sticks. Communication between batters been excellent. That previous delivery was played straight at the fielder at short fine leg region, short third man region in fact. Very close, very, very close. Just maybe pitch outside the leg stump. They get a leg by. Pasan Gunatunga from time to time darting in his deliveries, not too concerned about getting some perches off the mat. Quicker delivery, there you go. Very, very close, I can tell you. Just maybe a couple of inches outside the leg stump. Must have prompted umpire to give that one not out. Struck well. Will it go all the way? No, it doesn't. Very well taken, well judged catch. Pasan Gunatunga picks up his first wicket, deservedly so. So it's been proven things have been little tough for South Asia Technologies. Started off really beautifully, now losing wicket after wicket at a stage where they should be aiming to score boundaries. Lost another wicket. Yashan Avishka out for 6 of 8 deliveries, well caught by Sachin Silva. Things looking good at this stage for John Keel's Holdings. They've been picking up wickets, put brakes on scoring, 108 for 4. Two batsmen is in, 20 deliveries remaining. Kevin Pereira, best of 51, just a single half century, 254 runs, early stage for the youngster. Unexpectedly so, they are under a little bit of pressure now. Well bowled, swept away, straight into the deep. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they will. They've done that really, really well. Whenever they got anywhere close to a gap, communication between batters. I mentioned youthful team, plenty of youngsters straight out of the school, if I'm not mistaken. So running between the sticks was very, very good so far. They've been struggling to pick up boundaries lately, but the start was a very brisk one. Jasanta Kamalal picking up 5 boundaries, was looking outstanding. After the dismissal, Satnedu pretty much controlled the things. Oh, straight hit, straight over the bowler. Not gonna go all the way, no is the call. Interestingly, fielder was vigilant on that occasion. Excellent over. Wicket being taken. 3 overs. 1 for 16 for Pasan Gunatunga. 17 overs done. 1 for 4. So for those who are just joining in, this is Mercantile E Division T20 tournament. 111 runs at this stage at the expense of 4 wickets. This is the game between South Asia Technologies, who have won 4 matches out of 5, and John Keel's Holdings. This is to consolidate their 4th position and move on to the quarter-final round. Things were very good for South Asia Technologies to start up with. Kamalal scoring very brisk 40 plus runs. After his dismissal, score rate came down. Ishan Iriagolla looks like another left armer, fairly experienced, 5 for 16, so he's a wicket taker. Economy isn't great, but the average pretty decent. Another one bites the dust. He just came in, rolled his arm over, and straight away picking up a wicket. I mentioned this, South Asia Technologies, they were under a little bit of pressure. Boundaries aren't coming, so advancing down the track didn't really work. Nothing special, conventional delivery, excellent start for Iriagolla. Batsman out, Kevin Pereira for 3 of 3 deliveries, well stumped. And he's been having a great day behind the stumps. Danushka Chaturanga. Five down. Boundaries aren't arriving. 129 projected scores. Dipping. Mausha Fernando. He looks good, but this is not the stage to have a new batsman. 23 matches. Dilshan Madhwanta. Single half century. And the coaching staff as well as the team management expecting something special from him. Beautiful piece of glove work, providing absolutely no opportunities. Couldn't even think of coming back. Area Golla, excellent start. Gentle off spinners. No intention of coming back for the second. They need two set batters to finish things up. Instead, now fairly set Marshall Fernando. This will be his responsibility to get the score beyond 130, if not 140. It's been proven tough. This is the 18th over, 2 overs after this. 140. Can they get there? Inner half of the bat, they still gets a single. It's been a feature. Running between the sticks. Excellent so far for South Asia Technologies. On the other hand, fielders, they haven't cut down too many singles. They are not too worried about conceding singles. They are only worried about, well, ball punched down the ground. Will they come back for the second? No is the call once again. They're worried that they're going to lose another wicket and giving back the initiative to John Keel's Holdings. They pushed things back really nicely. Things weren't looking good at the start for John Keel's Holdings. They came back really strongly through their spinners. That's a good hit. Looks like that one gone all the way. Yes, it does. Excellent hit. Marshall Fernando. Not the biggest fellow, but he can pack a punch. Dancing down the track. Beautifully hit. The second six for pin size batsman. Just about few feet over the boundary line. Beautifully done. 120 for 5 now. This is the 18th over, just about to complete. Ishan Iriagolla started off really nicely, picked up a wicket, 3 singles, and all of a sudden under pressure. Came off the pad. A leg by to complete the 18th. 10 runs off. Still a good one for South Asia Technologies. 18 overs done, 21 for 5. 125 in fact. Can they get over 140? That's the pertinent question everyone is asking. Started off really nicely. I can remember one point I'm mentioning that they are in with a chance of going past 170. But I thought John Keel's done a stellar job. Just they haven't fielded all that well. Conceded too many singles and twos. But overall, spinners done a fantastic job. 121, 12 more deliveries remaining. Gunatunga into his 4th. Missing the outside edge. Wild Hoik. Marshall Fernando, he's the man to do the job for South Asia Technologies at this stage. It's important having a set better towards the latter part. Coming down the track, worked away, gets a single. Nothing more than that. They wouldn't mind at this stage conceding singles, I can tell you, Pasan Gunatunga. 5 more deliveries remaining. Dilshan Fernando. Marshall, who's on 18. Dilshan Madhuanta, who's on 2. Straight down the ground over the bowler's head. Should only be... Are they going to come back for the second? A slight fumble provided ample opportunities. Running between the sticks. Exceptionally good today for South Asia Technologies. 134 is the projected scores. I'm thinking 140 should be a very, very competitive total. Flat. Slapped away. Some work for the man in the deep. He's not going to get there. Superb shot by Dilshan Madhuanta. So against the run of play, We were hoping Marshall Fernando, the man to pick up boundaries. Dilshan Madhuanta proving otherwise. Short enough, wide enough. Smart piece of batting. He knew there is a fielder, so intentionally played in front of the square through extra cover region. Almost on a Yorker length, inner part of the bat, a single. So it's been a very good over so far. 8 runs off. Here comes the final delivery of the 19th. They are in with a chance of going past 140. Courtesy of that boundary for Dilshan Madhuanta. 9 off 5. Fernando. 18. Struck well. Not going to go all the way. They will easily come back for the second. And Madhuanta, he's very keen on going back for the third. Whichever the case, very, very good over. A boundary and 12 runs altogether. 19 overs done, 131 for 5. To begin with, things started to look really nice for South Asia Technologies midway through. John Keels dragging things back. Now Marshall Fernando and Dilshan Madhuanta set for a good finish. 140, 145 will definitely be enough to put pressure on the opposition, John Keels Holdings. Just they have a very strong batting lineup, but 140. That's the score they are after. They've lost 5 wickets, no real momentum through that middle period. 138 is the projected scores. Basnayaka into his final over. Left arm orthodox. Just like that. Outstanding piece of bowling. On a good length, just a little bit of turn. Basnayaka picking up his second wicket, deservedly so. Madhuanta, you can't blame him at this stage with just 6 deliveries remaining. He was eyeing a boundary coming down the track, made the mistake, paid the price. Just like that. So very good piece of bowling. Once again, Chaturanga behind the stumps. Excellent day continues. Basnayaka picking up his second wicket. Madhuanta out for 9 of 6 deliveries. Brisk knock. Having a left-hander at this stage would be ideal. We haven't seen a left-hander for South Asia Technologies so far. Left-hander generally finds left-arm orthodox bowlers easy to handle. 57 matches, plenty of experience. 450s. It's time to go downtown in search for boundaries. Just 5 deliveries remaining. Basnayaka. They anyway decides to go for a single. Basnayaka not trying to get the run out. Smartly so. Single is anyway taken. Importantly, for South Asia Technologies, Marshall Fernando is on strike. I almost forget that Marshall Fernando was a left-hander. So very useful to have a left-hander against Nandun Basnayaka. I'm looking at the cow corner, mid-wicket region. Plenty of adjustments in the field. 4 more deliveries. Gone aerial. Wicketkeeper had no troubles. Basnayaka strikes once more, picking up his third in fact. Very useful operator. Canny operator, knows exactly what to do and pushes that one wider. He knew Marshall Fernando will try to drag that one over mid-wicket region and ripping benefits just like that. He was eyeing towards the cow corner. found the outside edge. Gave way for his dismissal. Chaturanga takes another catch. Basnayaka takes his third. Fernando out for 20 of 14 deliveries. Teams who have done exceedingly well during this tournament usually had two set batters to complete their innings towards the death overs. But unfortunately, teams who haven't been able to do that didn't do too well. And today, South Asia Technologies, despite getting into a good start, Ayodhya Amarasena, early days, youngster off the back foot, spanked away not more than a single. So excellent day with the ball continues for Nandan Basnayaka. Here's Basnayaka's previous dismissal. Not afraid to flight his deliveries. That's the key. This is T20. You generally see spinners balls flatter, but not this man, Nandan Basnayaka. Coming back for the second. We've been saying this right throughout the day, right throughout the innings. Fielding wasn't up to the mark for John Keel's Holdings. Plenty of couples taken. It's a decent size boundaries. Just about 65 to 70 meters. So you need to be vigilant, especially when you are fielding right at the edge of the boundary. Good shot over the bowler's head. They will surely come back for the second throw. Wasn't a good one. Basnayaka trying his best, but I can tell you, plenty of twos. Each and every runs adds up. So that's the completion of the 20th. Very good stuff. Fairly even Steven at this stage. 20 overs done, 137 for 7. It's anybody's game. I thought South Asia Technologies started off really nicely. Plenty of boundaries. Kamalal picking boundaries on the onside, on the offside, put bowlers under great deal of pressure. They were maintaining a score of around 8 runs per over. But towards the middle period, the likes of Nandan Basnayaka picking up wickets, put brakes on scoring, dragged them back. As a result, instead of reaching 161.70, South Asia Technologies only been able to go past 130, 137 for 7 to be precise. Up at the top, Satnidhu 41, Kamalal batted superbly 24, Jayatileka 19 of 20 deliveries with 2 boundaries, and Marshall Fernando throughout the latter stage 20 runs, very useful with 2 huge sixers, little man, and with 9 extras. 137 for 7, it's going to be 138 to win the game and consolidate their 4th position, move on to the second round. Mimanage 2 overs 16, no wickets. Kumara very expensive, 11 runs. Basnayaka outstanding, 4 overs 24 for 3, and Sachin Silva together with Ishan Iriagola picking up wicket each together with Pasan Gunatunga. I thought done a stellar job, drag things back. No real partnerships, but 2 partnership up at the top was good enough. As we look at the highlights of South Asia Technologies, plenty of boundaries to start off the day for South Asia Technologies, winning 4 matches out of 5. Coming into this game, they were the favorites. Kamala, aggressive, beautiful hands, spanked away on the offside, strong horizontal bat player, cut that one over point region for yet another boundary. Big one over mid-wicket region, and from time to time Satnidhu picking up useful boundaries. Kamalal continuing his venture of applying pressure on the opposition. Very stylish player Satnidhu picking up another boundary straight down the ground. Here's the dismissal, a key wicket. Kamalal out for 40 plus. Fielding not the greatest. I thought they've done fairly well during the previous game, but today little lackluster. Excellent piece of glove work by by Chaturanga. That one kept low. At that stage, John Keels wouldn't mind. And this man, Marshall Fernando. Huge 6 over wide long on region. Kept things moving for South Asia Technologies. Another dismissal. Excellent glove work. This excellent day continues for Chaturanga behind the stumps. 6 over wide long on once again. Marshall Fernando. Yet another useful boundary over extra cover region. Into the deep. Into the gap. Basnaik comes in, picks up 2 more wickets. South Asia Technologies had the opportunity of going past 150, if not 160. They ended up scoring 137, so the target would be 138 to win this game and consolidate their position in the points table. As we take a little break and come back with a chase.
Welcome back to the Thurston College grounds. It's the MCA Division E tournament happening here at Thurston College grounds. The match between South Asian Technologies and John Keats Holdings. South Asian Technologies batted first. They scored 137 for 5 after the 20 overs. Now John Keats Holdings will have to chase down a target of 138 in 20 overs time. Lots of experience behind these batters. The opening pair, they have been scoring runs in this tournament for John Keats Holdings. Durante Alves at the non-strikers end in particular scored lots of runs in this series. It's a new day, it's a new inning, a new task, a new job in their hands. South Asian Technologies starting off with the medium pace. That's Yashan to start the bowling for South Asian Technologies. And the right-hander on strike to face the first delivery. .138 to win this match for John Keats. Here comes the first ball of the second innings. Wayward. First runs for John Keats. Wide called by the umpire. They've got some reasonable runs, South Asian Technologies. But wayward bowling is not going to help, that's for sure. Another wide to follow up. One extra and a bye to the batting team. Three for none in the first three deliveries. There you go, Ashan Perez, the right-hander, and Durante Alves now facing. He's the left-hander. 25 matches for him. Highest runs of 67, averaging 24.90 and a strike rate of 94.5. Hailing from St. Joseph's. A very good batter. Yashan Avishka running in. Good shot. First boundary off the bat for John Keats Holdings. That's off the bat of Durante Alves. As I was mentioning, a very good scorer. Square of the wicket. Yashan Avishka being wavered. Not on his target. The first legitimate delivery went for a 4. Tried the same shot this time around. Durante Alves is not happy with himself. Two wides to start off this over by Yashan Avishka. Still searching for his line and length. Mind you, the right hand left hand combination is there. It's not easy for a bowler. Underage, straight to the keeper. $131 runs more to win. It's Durante Alves. Put away the first ball for a boundary. Another time, it's rocketing back to the boundary. Good signs for the batting team. They are putting away the loose balls, scoring runs easily. Now Durante Alves on 8 of 4 deliveries. Still 2 more deliveries to be bowled. On the offside, good bounce this time for Yashan Avishka. As you can see, it hit the good length and bounced off. We are playing on a matting, so the pitch is not going to deteriorate. It will be the same as the game progresses. Here comes Yashan. Hit down the ground, no run there. The non-striker was calling. Now the run is available for the taking. Good over for John Kills Holdings. 12 after the first over. There you go. Ashant Paris didn't score so far, but Durante Alves from the other end hit 2 boundaries. 2 beautiful shots, square of the wicket. A very good batter. So much batting left to come. The likes of Pasan Gunatunga and the captain himself, Aruna. Straight away, South Asian Technologies going for their spinners. Now Dilshan Madhuvanta is on to the strike. 24 matches, best bowling of 5 for 13. A genuine wicket taker, 26 wickets for him so far in this tournament. Here he comes. Dot delivery to start off with. The discipline is the key for the bowling team. They are not allowed to bowl the wayward deliveries, the wides, the no balls. Hit hard. And a brilliant take at the boundary by the fielder. Making a name for himself right there to get the key man out. Durante Alves will have to walk back. Take a look at this replay. Well, a beautiful take. Brilliant. Durante Alves scored 9 of 8. John Kills Holdings 12 for 1 now. 12 for 1. Dilshan Madhuwantha got his man. That's what he was on for. And this is the fielder who took that brilliant catch. Danushka Saturanga is the new man in. 21 matches, averaging 21.57, strike rate of 120. That's a very good number. Good delivery. Now here's the replay of the last wicket. It was slogged in the air, but the fielder was keeping his eye on the ball. He had to run a few yards to his left. Took that brilliantly. This is what South Asian Technologies fielders will have to do. Back up their bowlers. A big appeal by Dilshan Madhuwantha and co. The umpire unshaken. Leg by signalled. This could be an interesting replay. It was a big appeal. Pitching outside leg. No chance of giving that out. Here comes the last delivery of this over. Bounce this time. First runs for Ashan Piris. A good over, a successful over for Dilshan Madhuwantha. John Kills Holdings after 2 overs, 14 for 1. Here you are, the tally, 124 runs to win of 108 deliveries. Not an uneasy task, but it's about keeping the wickets in hand and rotating the strike. The odd boundary will do it for them. Now spin from both ends. This is going to be Jayodhya to bowl his left arm spin. Took a brilliant catch in the last over. His confidence must be on a high. Here you go, 39 matches, best of 5 for 20, 67 wickets for his name. Can he convert his confidence into wickets? That's going to be the key. Flied it on the offside. A single for Ashan Piris. Jayodhya Amarasena. Now both of the batters are right-handers. It's going to be a plus point for Jayodhya Amarasena, who is bowling left-arm spin. Good delivery. Found his spot right away. Hit hard down the ground. Well stopped. Good stop by the fielder at mid-on. Now the confidence is shown by all these fielders. They are believing. Oh, spin. He went wide of the crease, bowled it into the right-hander and took it away. Good bowling by Jayodhya Amarasena. Short and wide. Put away for a single. Three runs so far in this over. One more delivery to go. Can he not spoil it? The bowler, Jayadya Amarasena, got to finish it well. Good delivery. The end of the third over. John Kills Holdings 17 for 1. Dilshan Madhuvantu to continue from the scoreboard end. And Ashan Peris to face. Passed off the back foot for a single, and it will be converted into 2. Good running by the batters. Judged it to perfection. We are still in the power play, so most of the fielders are in the ring. You just got to put the ball into those gaps. Full toss. Couldn't take the full advantage. Couldn't make it into runs. Again, not being able to find the gap. Now 2 dot deliveries to follow up the couple of runs taken in the first ball. A single. Dilshan is after the ball. They are running through their overs pretty quickly. That's another highlight too. So the batters don't get that amount of time to think about their inning, to plan it. It's in the air, but falling short of the fielder at cover. Now the last delivery coming up. Another single to short third man. That ends the over. 4 runs off it. After 4 overs, 20 for 1. Ashan Peris and Danushka Chaturanga on the crease. They got to build a partnership. Jayadya Amarasena to continue with his second over. 1 slip. Bowled very slow through the air. The pace variation has been one of the highlights of his bowling. Again, flied it up. This time, put down the ground. No chance of stopping that. Good effort at the end. But Danushka Chaturanga is going to get the boundary that he needed. It was slow through the air, but this time Chaturanga was ready on his crease. He's 6 of 10 now. was predictable as well. That was over the infield. That was a good effort at the boundary by the fielder. Now the question is whether it was a 4 or a 6. 4 runs signalled by the umpire. This is good batting, attacking batting by Chaturanga. There was a slight chance he was overrunning it. Again another slog sweep. This time it's going to be taken. Jayuddin Amarasena got his man after 2 boundaries. Well, didn't he lose it away? Chaturanga threw away his wicket after scoring 2 boundaries in 2 consecutive deliveries. Danushka Chaturanga has to go. 10 for him. Now John Keels 21 for 2. Amarasena took his first wicket in this over. The new batsman is in. That's Nadun Basnayaka, a power hitter. Got all the shots in the book. A very good player on his legs. Averaging 36 and a strike rate of 121. Very good numbers. Now this is Amarasena. Driven nicely to a vacant area at extra cover. 2 runs for Nadun Basnayaka. Bowled it wide of the crease. Amarasena finishing off his second over with a wicket. John Keels Holdings 31 for 2 after 5 overs.
It's been a decent start under the circumstances for John Keels. Lost 2 wickets. Durrani Alves begin the proceedings with aggressive intent. Taken up. Blinder, Marshall Fernando, with 2 catches out of 2. They've been much better with their fielding. We've already noticed that John Keels, there aren't so much of energy. But when it comes to South Asia Technologies, their fielding has been exceptional. That catch to dismiss Durrani Alves was a stunner. Marshall Fernando, after taking that catch and having batted well, coming into the attack, 25 matches. The batsman got out, Chaturanga. Danushka Chaturanga is a bit of a dasher, batted so well against the other day against Haley's B, and today not too many runs after scoring 2 boundaries, got dismissed. Meanwhile, Ashan Pires showcasing great deal of patience. He knows the target isn't a threatening one, just 138. It's just about having enough wickets in hand and let your middle order and the top order do the talking, not letting to your lower middle order and bowlers to do the bulk of the batting, which is the mistake South Asia Technologies made. They were in a position to reach 160, 170, but unfortunately, through the middle period, against spin bowlers conceding too many wickets, Marshall Fernando batted so well, 2 sixes, taken a blinder just a while ago to dismiss the Randy Alvis. With ball, gentle little dab, Basnaik, another Basnaika. He too had an excellent day today. Picked up 3 wickets, put brakes on South Asia Technologies scoring. He's a capable batter, left-hander, left-right combination in the middle. Never make things easier for the bowling side. South Asia Technologies, this is their 6th game. Almost on a Yorker length. He was trying to get that one towards sweeper cover region. Bottom part of the bat, toe end. The pressure is building up, needing 106 of 86 balls. Coming down the track and luckily getting the pat behind the delivery. Interestingly, advancing down the track to go for a big blow. But this man, having realized it was a flatter trajectory, decided to play a defensive shot. 5 deliveries and he's on 2. Nicely cut away. No is the call. It's been proven. We've been saying that. Much better fielding side, South Asia Technologies. 6 overs done, 32 for 2. South Asia Technologies, in comparison, been showcasing great deal of energy in the field. By far the better team in this group. 7 teams to be precise. And just about all the fielders showcasing great energy, nimble-footed, moving around really nicely. Ashan Peer is usually a very aggressive batsman. Here's the dismissal. Tanushka Chaturanga, having scored a boundary, went for another one. And here's the boundary. Played the same shot, same direction. This time the fielder was little wider, straight into the hand. And I tell you, it was struck beautifully. But in this format, you need to be vigilant about your field set. Got to pick the caps rightly. Ashan Peris, I was about to say, a very aggressive player, but today playing a responsible knock. Tulanga Shurakshit, right arm fast medium, gentle little dab. He plays that shot particularly well. Ashan Peris, a product of St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. 8 of 11 now. Nandan Basnaika, I thought batted decently well the other day against Haley's at Mercantile Cricket Association grounds. 5.35 is the current run rate, required run rate 7.59. So it's getting up. 83 deliveries, 105 runs required. Pressure is building. A full toss. Just a push down the ground. Will they come back for the second? Yes, it's the call by Ashan Peris. Quite easily gets it. Comparatively, much better fielding side. Large number of couples being taken by South Asia Technologies batters during their innings, especially the likes of Marshall Fernando. Gentle little dabs. Satnidu to start with. Picked up so many singles which weren't there, playing straight at the fielders who are inside the 30-yard circle and getting singles without any troubles. John Keel's fielders got caught in their heels far too often. Basnaik on 4, Peary on 8, needing a partnership at a better run rate. 7.54 is the requirement. Here's the match referee, Mr. Manjula Silva. And two umpires officiating the game today, Dihan Peris and Aman Malwarachi. This tournament, as we all know, very well organized and well conducted. 13 teams altogether divided into two groups. This is the Group B final game. It's a double header. There's another match later on as we are focusing on the game in the middle at Thurston Grounds, Colombo 7. Live pictures available to you on Sporty.lk right throughout the world. It's been a wonderful tournament. Very, very competitive as we are reaching the quarter-final stage. Spanked away. Is in the gap. Fielder comes around. Well fielded. Somehow the return wasn't a good one. Overthrown. They picked up extra run. Ashan Peris. Now he's the mainstay. Experienced campaigner, been in the middle for 11 deliveries. Cool head. That's exactly what they need. The outfield, apart from few areas which is soggy and heavily grassed, the rest of the outfield looks fantastic and ball travels pretty fast, I can tell you. So it's a good over 5 runs of 3 deliveries. Gentle hands, just pushed away for another single. Nathan Basnaik not very keen on going for scoring shots. Not gonna need it at this stage. We are still in the 7th over. 7.5. That's the required run rate. Basnaik and Ashan Peris trying to stitch out a partnership which is badly needed for John Keels. This is their last game in the group stage. Played 5, won 2, lost 3. Good hands. Fuller delivery. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just get the bat down the line of the delivery and picks up a single. Productive over. 7 runs off. Comparatively, South Asia Technologies at this stage scored large number of boundaries courtesy of Kamalal. Well played. Yes, it's the call. Direct hit would have certainly done the job for South Asia Technologies, I can tell you. Wicket keeper. Grab it, whipping off the bails by the time. Fielder. The batsman was in. Little hesitation. He was gone. Direct hit was needed. 7 overs done, 40 for 2. Once again, the equation, 98 runs of 78 deliveries. Under normal circumstances, pretty straightforward. Having enough wickets in hand, and we know for a fact, John Keel's holding got few lusty hitters coming down the line, the likes of Mimanage, experience. And Ashan Peris, together with Nandan Basnaik, are now trying to lay out a solid foundation to launch towards the end, perhaps during the last 5 overs. Required run rate isn't alarming, but it's about keep things moving. T20, it's about momentum. Start off well and keeping it going. And taken. Tossed it up. Played down the line of the delivery, and only mistake he made was gone aerial. Well taken. Marshall Fernando, he's a terrific fielder. 3rd catch of the day. An excellent day for Marshall Fernando continues. He was expecting that one to turn a little bit. Well taken. Diving across to his left, never easy. And just like that, Nadun Basnaik out for 8 of 11 deliveries. Court martial the Fernando. There's never a right moment for you to lose a wicket. Wickets generally increases the pressure. Ashan Paris, now lone warrior, he's been watching wickets fallen around him. Ahmed Muiz, I thought, he's been vigilant in the field, done a pretty decent job. Now it's up for him to do the job with a bat. No 50s, no 100s, 18.25, best of 30. Just maybe sent in with the purpose of occupying the crease, not letting any more wickets down for John Keels. Here's the last dismissal once again. Well taken. Toss it up delivery on a fuller length. But he was expecting that one to turn, which isn't there. Played down the ground. He's a terrific fielder. Marshall Fernando, I can tell you. Moving along to his right, to his left, quite swiftly. Mohammad Moiz. That's more like it. Dot deliveries generally builds up pressure. Even though at this stage required run rate isn't alarming, you cannot get bobbed down in the middle. It's about keep moving. Ashan Fair is yet to pick up a boundary. That one turned prodigiously and clean bowled. Excellent day for Marshall Fernando. Continues picking up a second wicket in his first over. John Keels in a bit of a spot after losing fourth wicket. Batsman out. Ashan Paris, but not too many. Definitely kept low, came off the pads straight into the stumps. Now, South Asia Technologies right on top. Ashan Paris out for 9 of 13 deliveries. Bowled Mahashada Fernando. Now it will be very, very tough. Even though the required run rate is just 7.86. Now 4 batsmen out of their top order. Back in the hut, Ahmed Muiz. Not the sort of a player who's capable of clearing boundaries regularly. John Keels Holdings found themselves under great deal of pressure now. They are still inside the 8th over. Yes, they have as many as 6 wickets in hand. But comparatively, there aren't too many batters down the order. All-rounders, genuine bowlers. Sachin Silva, I thought, done a brilliant job with the ball. Now it's up to him to do the same with the bat in hand. 48, that's his best. Neatly clipped away, just a single. We saw around the same area. South Asia Technologies batters, they were picking up couples at will and regularly. Ahmed Muiz, Sachin Silva both on 1-2 new batters. It's never an easy task. Coming in, settling, scoring run at a hefty run rate. 96 of 70 plus deliveries. It's getting tougher by the minute. Cross-batted heave. Strangely, reaching wide, long on. Excellent over. 3 runs and 2 wickets. Marshall Fernando. Outstanding day with the bat, with the ball. 2 overs, 2 for 4. 8 overs done, 43 for 4. Two worms. This is not ideal for John Keels Holdings. Yes, they did pull things back, did drag things back towards the latter part and during the middle part. But the start was a horrendous one. They've already lost 4 wickets and tottering down in the middle. They need someone to do something very, very special. Will it be the two batters out there in the middle, or else they will have to find someone else. Sachin Silva, who's on 1, Ahmed Muiz on 2. It's a rebuilding pace. In T20 cricket, there aren't too much time for you to rebuild your innings. It's just about keep going. Look like the skipper is about to bring in more changes. Chamod Ratnayaka. "37 matches, 48 wickets, 6 for 46. That's his best on one occasion, 5 wickets, and on 3 occasions picked up 3 wickets or more. "95 of 72 balls. It's been a bit of a hold up in the middle. Starting to wonder what exactly the reason was. Plenty of fielders down in the deep. The mid wicket, wide long on, deep backward Sportylk. No fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the onside. And on the offside, 2 fielders, 3 to be precise, inside 30-yard circle, and just a couple of fielders in the deep. A sweeper cover and long off. So field is pretty well spread comparatively. The better team when it comes to fielding. South Asia Technologies, they've been proven. Fielding plays such an important role. Teams who have done well while fielding have generally gone on to do seriously well. They've been having a little discussion with the match referee Manjula Silva. Not too sure exactly what's the reason. First power play done. 8 overs gone. Current run rate isn't ideal. 5.38. Ratnayaka looks like another right arm off spin bowler. 2 right-handed batters in the middle. You're ideally bringing in off-spin bowlers when the left-handers coming into the crease. But at this stage, things well under control for South Asia Technologies and looking very, very good to retain their second position ahead of Haley's. If they win it, they'll move on to the second position. Haley's will be the number 3 on table. Flat, little bit of bounce, came off the outside edge, trying to whip that one through Sportylk region. Mohammad Muiz, decent enough techniques. Sachin Silva, all-rounder with a huge responsibility. Off the back foot into the gap quite easily, picking up a single. Just as I mentioned, field is well spread. It's just a matter of getting it into the gaps. And at this stage, I'm sure South Asia Technologies wouldn't mind conceding singles. Required run rate gone past 8 and over. So if they can get an over for just 6 runs, which means they've done well. That one went on. He was expecting that one to turn. No real turn. Went on with the arm, beating the outside edge. Exceptional piece of bowling. There you go. Would have had any batter in huge trouble. Superb delivery. Flat on that occasion, little too short. They will quite easily pick up a couple. So boundaries have dried out. Scoring singles proven little tough. Meanwhile, South Asia Technologies, they've been very efficient, nimble-footed in the outfield. Once again, flatter delivery. Very useful operator, Chamod Ratnayaka, I can tell you. Just the kind of bowler you would hope to have in your bowling lineup to put the opposition under pressure. John Cales This is not the ideal pace. They are moving on. This time, struck well into the deep. Should only be a single. On the onside, boundaries are well protected. Excellent over, just 4 runs off. 9 overs done, 47 for 4. Just a moment ago, we saw Mr. Senanand Devira. He's in charge of Thurston College ground premises. Very, very interesting game is in progress. Well-known figure when it comes to local cricket, an umpire, an administrator. Sachin Silva, who's on 4, Ahmed Muiz, who's on 3. Both of them utilized 5 deliveries each. 10th over. They are fast reaching the midway stage. Manendra Jayatilaka brings himself into the attack, 4 for 15, and he has picked up 37 wickets. Those are combined figures, mind you, 6.34. That's his economy straight away. Getting a little bit of purchase off the mat. Gets that one turned, came off the pads, leg buys. Manendra Jayatilaka, I thought, batted decently well. Scored something like 20 plus runs at a good run rate. Man with a century in front of his name. Played across the line of the delivery, no real conviction, but was good enough for them to pick up a single. Manendra Jayatilaka is only worried about bowling straight, generously tossing it up, not worried. Looks like they've got enough runs on board, 8.34. At this stage, the game is running away from John Keels. There's one just missing the stumps. Went on top of the middle stump. Luckily, it's about a couple of inches over. Sachin Silva. Take a look at it. Turned and bounced. Same shot, same result. 2 fielders down at the boundary, close to each other. It'll be very, very tough for them to penetrate that gap in the deep. It has to be a much more powerful blow if they are to pick up a boundary towards that direction. In the meantime, gap between 2 fielders at mid-wicket and wide long on is quite big. Same shot, once again, same result. Singles not gonna do any damage as far as South Asia Technologies is concerned. 4 singles including a leg by, final delivery coming up, and we are already halfway through. Goes aerial, didn't struck all that well, and superbly taken. I just maybe thought the fielder was given it up. Absolutely not. He was down at the edge of the boundary. Has to come a long way. And done a fantastic job. Tossed it up. Went for a big heave. No real conviction. And very well done. Excellent catch. So we've been witnessing 3 outstanding catches. As a result, Sachin Silva walking back. Tulana Surakshit, he's safe fielder. And Jayatilaka picks up his first wicket. Excellent first over. 10 overs done, 51 for 5.
$51 for 5 after 10 overs. 87 more runs needed in 60 balls. Tharusha Veragoda and Ahmed Muiz on strike. Ooh, bounce again. It took off after it hit the pitch. The replay of the last wicket. It was flighted up, giving it a lot of air, Manindra, but look at this take. Exquisite. The fielding by South Asian Technologies so far in this game has been brilliant. They have stopped those runs, taken brilliant catches. Again, bowling fast and wide outside the crease. Ratnayaka is trying those singles out. Ooh. He's bowling it onto the pitch. Just like a medium pacer, a fast bowler. So it takes off. Now this is Tharusha Veragoda, the new man. 17 matches, 186 runs, 14.31 of an average. He's trying to get off the mark. Good throw by the fielder at backward point. He was onto the ball in a flash. That's Manindra Jayathilaka, the wicket taker in the last over. Now this has been a good over as well. Just one leg by in it. Here comes Ratnayaka. Now Veragoda, has he been stumped? Yes, he has been. That's another wicket going down for John Keels. Tharusha Veragoda was wandering out of his crease. Lost his balance completely. Tharusha Veragoda stumped for none. John Keels 6 down now for 51. Now wickets are tumbling. Is there a way for John Keels to reach that target of 138? Manindra Jayathilaka has been given the ball to continue. This was the last wicket. Lost his balance. He was wondering where the ball was. That's a wide by Manindra Jayathilaka. Now all of these spinners are not giving it away. Not giving away those singles. The boundaries are dried up. Now the pressure is being shown. Ahmed Muiz putting it away for a single. Pasan Gunatunga, the new batter, to face his first delivery. Jayathilaka has been really good in this tournament. A good spinner. Now these are the stats of Pasan Gunatunga. 12 matches, highest runs of 24, averaging 18.5. No mug with the bat. Spinning it away for another wide by Manindra Jayathilaka. He's trying too many things in this over. A quick single. Well judged by Gunathunga, and he's off the mark. 83 more runs needed in 52 balls. 82 or 52. Moise rocking back and pulling it away for another single. They might need a few boundaries sooner rather than later. It's in there, and an easy catch to the bowler. That's Manindra Jayatilaka getting his second wicket. Soft dismissal. Now 7 men are back in the pavilion. Easy as you like. Pasan Gunathunga is going down as the 7th wicket for 1. John Keels in trouble now. 57 for 7. Now the big hitters are out. This is the captain, Aruna Meemanage, for John Keels. 55 matches, lots of experience behind him. Averaging 16.66. Got 150. So the game is not over yet. Sweeping it down short fine and gets a single. The last wicket, a very soft dismissal for Pasan Gunathunga. Given it some air this time by Manindra Jayatilaka. A good over. So much in it. Wides, wickets and runs. After 12, 59 for 7. There you are, 79 runs needed of 48 deliveries. Can they make it? South Asian Technologies putting nail after nail in that coffin. They have got 7 wickets. They need 3 more wickets to win this match. This is Chamod Ratnayaka to bowl his 3rd over. Already got a wicket. He's bowling it flatter, faster, and gets a lot of bounce. A tall lad he is. Good shot by Moise. It was nicely placed. Can make a couple. If there's anyone who can make it for them, that's going to be Moise. And Aruna Meemanage will have to add those boundaries to this partnership. No run there. 77 runs needed. Required run rate is 10.27 now. In the air. Oh, nicely taken. A very good take. These fielding efforts has been the key in this game for South Asian Technologies. Here's the replay. Very good take. It was inches off the ground. And Muiz will have to go. 10 runs off 18. John Keel's Holdings 8 down now for 59. 61 to be exact. Fielding has been superb by South Asian Technologies. You got to mention that. 3 brilliant catches. It's really hard to pick one. Now Uday Kumar has walked in. Another big hitter in this John Keel's Holdings camp. Another chance, a run-out chance. It was a good pick-up and a throw by Manindra Jayatilaka, who is fielding at backward point. Good running at the end. Now Meemanage facing Ratnayaka. Good delivery. Lonesome appeal by Ratnayaka. No trouble made this time. 13 overs done. 63 for 8. Was slightly spinning away from the right-hander. Things are looking good for South Asian Technologies. They've got those imported wickets. They've got 8 of them. Now John Keels need 75 runs from 42 balls. They've got 2 wickets in hand. But they've got 2 big hitters on strike. Are they willing to take a risk? That's going to be the question. The boundary is protected there. Just a single for Aruna Meemanage. Manindra Jayatilaka has been bowling well. 2 wickets for 11 so far. Well flighted delivery by Manindra Jayatilaka. Good change of pace. It was spinning sharply in. He was trying to paddle it down to fine leg. Was Uday Kumara. But it was too slow by Manindra Jayatilaka. Again, the same pace, but this time it was hit down the ground. Are they coming back for the second? No. Singles are not going to do it. They've got to score those boundaries. Something in front of the side screen. Here comes Jaitilaka, giving it a lot of air, not giving enough pace for the batters to work with. Coming down the ground this time is Manage. Oh, the first drop chance, is it? Should have been taken. Our production team has got the replay. There you are. It should have been taken. But he's in a lot of pain. After 14, John Kills Holdings 8 down for 66. $66 for 8. We are into the 15th over. In this innings, John Kills needs 72 runs in the next 6 overs. Chamod Ratnayaka to bowl his last over. And Manage facing. Flatter and faster. Not giving enough room, not giving enough time for the batter. Good bounce again. Really good bowling by Chamod Ratnayaka. He has found a way to put those singles quiet. Was it an underage? Yes, the umpire decides it was runs. Kept low this time. Three deliveries done in no time. Still to score off this over. Good delivery. Cramping him for room. Now 4 dot deliveries on the trot for Ratnayaka. Last ball coming up in the 15th over. Guided away for a single, but it was slightly risky for the batters. No harm done. 15 overs done. 66 for 8.
As you're looking at the comparison of Manhattan, no real conviction. This game certainly belongs to South Asia Technologies. Now John Kills Holdings totally out of it. And I'm starting to wonder if their run rate dips a bit. Will that provide the opportunity of Brandix coming back into the 4th position? Anurumi Manage, who's on strike, skipper. After 15 overs, 67, they've got only 2 wickets in hand. There can be only one winner now. Mimanage goes for a big heave, reaching the fielder on first bounce. Surprisingly, there was one drop chance down in the deep. Not mistaken, the same fielder. Lackluster piece of fielding by man in the deep, sending in a poor return. Mimanage moves up to 7 with that couple. Marshall Fernando took 3 outstanding catches and dropped one down in the deep. But still, a great day in the office for Marshall Fernando. Turn. They got a very efficient bowling lineup. 2 off spinners done a wonderful job so far. Manendra Jayatilleka into his 4th over, 2 for 15. Tossing it up generously, slap it down the ground, should only be a single. As you can clearly see, current run rate below 5 and the required run rate ever increasing, 68 out of 27. Highly unlikely, not impossible, but highly unlikely. Mimanage goes over the extra cover region and finds a boundary, rare boundary, after a long while. South Asia Technologies, they've been maintaining a tight hold on John Keel's holdings scoring. Mimanage clears the front foot, goes over extra cover, made solid enough connection, earn him a boundary and moves to double figures with that. 64 required. Something very, very special got to give. But I'm thinking it's going to be highly unlikely. Someone will have to play out of his skin to put John Keels over the line. Mimanage picking up a single. Fairly good over so far. 8 runs off, just 5 deliveries. Only 4 teams gets the opportunity of moving into quarterfinal rounds from this group. 7 teams altogether. South Asia Technologies, TVS and John Keels already guaranteed to move on to the next round. A dot ball to complete a fairly good over for John Keels. 8 runs off, 16 done, 75 for 8. Bowling, exceptional. Marsh the Fernando, 2 overs, 2 for 4. Outstanding. And Ratnayaka, Jayatilleka, done a stellar job, 2-4 overs, conceding 9, picked up 2 wickets. And Manindra Jayatilleka, been little expansive comparatively, but has picked up 2 wickets. Wickets always does the trick when you are defending a total of 137 to be precise. Jayada Amarasena, who's also picked up a wicket, bowled 2 overs, fairly economical. Uday Kumar Arunamiman again knows that they are not really on track. They can only delay the inevitables. Just 4 overs remaining. Goes to tell you, fielding, how important. Flat batted. That one didn't rise up all that much. Uday Kumar shaping up for a big pull shot. This time goes aerial. There are no fielders. They will at least pick up a couple, if not more. Gone all the way. Not the best piece of fielding. He was chasing with an anticipation of putting in a dive. Decided against it. 4 runs. No real troubles. I'm only starting to wonder if net run rate comes into equation. Brandix due to play TVS up next. It's a double header today here at Thurston Grounds, Colombo 7 Mercantile D Division. There you go. Had he put on a slide little earlier, would have definitely prevented that boundary. Uday Kumar wouldn't mind. He moves to 11. Flighted and loud shout, but that one quite clearly sliding down the leg side. They're going to need plenty of boundaries. 16.86. Just as I mentioned, not impossible but highly unlikely. Vimanage almost went beyond the midway mark. That one turned ever so slightly. Should only be a single. We've seen quite a few matches, 32 matches to be precise, and I'm thinking South Asia Technologies, they've got the best fielding outfit. They've been very efficient, nimble-footed, youthful outfit. Pretty fast when it comes to reaching the gaps, coming in from the deep. Quicker, worked away. Would they come back for the second? No, they won't. Fielder at deep backward Sportylk region was finer. Under normal circumstances, a very good over, 6 runs or 5 deliveries, but not today. This one too came off the pads. Dot ball to complete, and they go for a second. They go for a single. In fact, initially the batter wasn't all that key, and an extras should be leg buys. Whichever the case, not enough runs. 17 overs gone, 82 for 8. 56 of 18 deliveries. You need a proper striker to get over the line under difficult circumstances. They have only 2 wickets. Should have been 9 down. There was a catch dropped in the deep wide long on region. Marsh the Fernando, if I'm not mistaken. Outstanding day with the bat, with the ball, and in the field. Finally dropping a catch. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. John Keel's holding currently in the 4th position rather. And Mimanage, skipper. Now they know they are under pressure. Looks like South Asia Technologies moving on to quarterfinals with great deal of confidence. Marshall Fernando coming back to his 3rd over. 2 overs, 2 wickets, just given away 4 runs. So he's been doing fantastically well. Not the biggest player, but certainly got the skill set of the back foot. Gentle push, nothing more than a single Uday Kumara. Just about enjoying your time in the middle. And up next we have Brandix taking on TVS. TVS winning 5 out of 5, looks like the favourites. And Brandix, they will need to win, and win with a handsome margin. Loud shout. Umpire unmoved. Lovely rhythm. Very simple, repeatable action. Just as I mentioned, not the biggest or tallest player, but certainly very, very capable. We saw that with the bat. Hit 2 huge sixes over wide long on region and mid-wicket region when they were needing boundaries. Scored something like 20 plus runs, scoring them at a good rate. Down the track over extra cover region and a boundary. Timed it superbly, that part of the boundary, not the biggest. So Mimanage deciding to go through extra cover region and fix up another boundary. He's the only man, just about only man who can give a glimmer of a hope for John Keel's holding. 4.93 once again, run rate around 5. That's just about the run rate they maintained right throughout the game. Go straight, and looks like gets it over. Yes, he did. It's a 6. Against the run-off play, skipper is not given up. Coming down the track, picked up a huge 6 over mid-off region. Not the easiest of shot, but he certainly looks like a player who got the power. 6 to complete the 18th, 94 for 8. As you can see, as a result of that previous over, the worm looking up. But will that be enough? They're going to need a couple of huge overs in the region of 15-20 runs. That's the only way they can come back into this game with just 2 overs remaining. There you go, 22 runs per over required. It's gone beyond John Keel's holdings reach, just about narrowing the net run rate. A big loss, not looking good, and just maybe. T20 cricket is unpredictable, full of surprises. So Brandix up against TVS, the favourites going into this game, Yorker. Inner part of the bat, straight into the pads, Mimanage, enjoying himself. Just the right idea. 23 of 15 for Uday Kumara. And Mimanage on 10 of 19 deliveries, needing 44 of 11 balls. It's not going to happen. So the first round would be for John Keels Holdings, 6 matches, 2 wins and 4 losses. Slover straight to the fielder, deciding to go for a single direct hit, would have certainly had the batsman in trouble. Bimanage moves to 11 with that. Very efficient fielding outfit. Just lost a game, and that was against the table toppers TVS. Two teams looks like the favourites. Moving on to quarter-final rounds. Yet another full toss and clean bowled. He was trying to blast that one over mid-wicket region, and just for a fraction of a second, one would argue, was it too high? Definitely not too high. Hitting the stumps on full, middle stump, taken a walk. He walks back. Useful knock. He should have hit that one over Sportylk region or mid-wicket region for at least couple of runs. Bowls Yashan Ashwika out for 23 of 16 deliveries with a 6 and 3 boundaries. So it's been a very good over for Yashan Avishka. Ishan Iriagol, the new batsman, 20 matches, 178 runs, best of 17. Gentle little jab down the ground, picks up a single. They can only delay the inevitable. This is the penultimate over 19th. Here's the last dismissal, a full toss. He was trying to hit that one over mid-wicket region, trying to take off the cover. Saw the full toss, his eyes lit up, and immediately going for a big heave, missing it altogether. Avishka, with his first wicket in his second over, conceded only 14 runs. Outstanding effort in the field for South Asia Technologies. Slow ball. Just a single. So it remains a very, very good over. Just the final delivery coming up with 7 balls precisely remaining, needing 41 runs to win. Out of equation, down and dejected, had their chances. I thought throughout the middle period they did reasonably well to pull things back. Decide not to go for a single. Excellent over, just 3 runs off after 19. 97 for 9. Too little, too late. They got just 1 wicket in hand, 6 deliveries to get 41 runs. Not gonna happen. Moving on to quarter-final rounds, you need to get your confidence levels up. They've been very good. Apart from a drop catch and couple of lapses, they've done superbly well in the field. Great deal of commitment, showing great deal of energy, supporting their bowlers to the fullest. Yashan Avishka into his third over, already picked up a wicket, given away just 15 runs. Bimanage just spending time in the middle, skipper. Very well bowled. In line with the stumps. a hint of turn and well negotiated by Aruna Mimanage. As you can see, not going for big shots, just batting out the remaining 5 deliveries. He decides to calm down and having some fun. Just a couple of bounces and into the fence for 4. 101 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. Struck beautifully well. Sounded really nice. There you go. I'm thinking that gone all the way. Just maybe. Umpires will have to go with the fielder's call. Mimanage moves to 16. So John Cales more likely to finish up in the 4th position, still in with the chance of moving into the quarterfinal round, but they will have to do some serious catching up if they are to stand any chance of progressing into semi-finals. The reason I'm saying this is that Brandix have won just a game, and their next game will be that's the final dismissal. Came off the pad, it seems. Loud shot by Jayad Amarasena into his 4th over. It's been very, very comfortable. This one struck well, straight to the fielder, reaching the fielder on first bounce. So they will bat out their a lot of 20 overs. Going for the second direct hit it wasn't the direct hit they were hoping for, but this slowing it down, they know for a fact they don't need to risk anything. Pretty safely got the game in the bag. 18 runs for Aruna Mimanage. Reverse swept straight into the hands of the wicket keeper. Very, very tough. Would have been a great catch. Jayad Amarasena just about to complete his 4th. Excellent figures. Given away 25 runs. Victorious South Asia Technologies. And he takes the wicket off a final delivery. Makes it even better. 4 overs, 2 for 25. Resounding victory to finish up the first round for South Asia Technologies, finishing up at the 2nd position, only behind TVS, and they will be up next against Brandix. Here's the final dismissal once again, given the full Monty, given the kitchen sink, missing it all together. Disappointing day in the office for John Keels Holdings. They look promising midway through, dragging things back. The likes of left arm spin bowler done pretty well and restricted them for just 137 runs. Decent total, but the chase never got off, never got on track. Not enough runs, not enough boundaries. I thought the fielding and bowling outstanding. One of the best teams, one of the favorites, and they will be moving into the quarterfinal. Their heads held up and brimming with confidence. South Asia Technologies, outstanding job, winning 5 matches out of 6. Yet another convincing win. Lost just a game, that was against TVS. And serious contenders. Outstanding with the ball. Very efficient. Quite a few outstanding catches. Marsh the Fernando in particular. Batting, the top scorer, Sudhir Kumar, 23, coming down the order, scoring a 6 and 3 boundaries. Mimanage with 18, and only 2 batters going past double figures with the aid of 9 extras, 103 all out inside 20 overs. And pretty disappointing effort, winning the toss, inviting the opposition into bat. Done a decent job restricting them to just 137 runs, 138, who won too much for John Keels. Top wicket takers, Amarasena 2 for 21, 25 in fact, and Marshall the Fernando, brilliant with the ball, brilliant in the field, 16 for 2 wickets, and Ratnayaka chipping in with 2 for 9, excellent economy, and 21 for 2. Manindra Jayatuleka, one of the favorites, stellar performance. Winning 5 out of 6. It's very, very tough in this division as we're looking at the highlights. The engine never really took off. Wasn't the best start. Lost the wicket of Durrandi Alves. It looks good. Picked up a couple of boundaries just like that. He's a powerful striker. Prefers to go through the point region and deep third man. And here's that stunning catch. Made things possible for South Asia Technologies. Chaturanga, the wicket keeper, another man who had an excellent day with the glove work. Picked up a boundary courtesy of a drop catch and played the same shot, and he perishes. Well taken, Marsh to the Fernando of his own bowling, and that one clean bowled. Prodigious turn, no real conviction, no real power. Taken a wonderful catch down in the deep. Excellent piece of glove work. Easiest of catches, and disappointing day continues as South Asia Technologies demonstrating their excellent fielding prowess. Down the order, Uday Kumar with useful runs, 6 and 3 boundaries. Vimanage had a little bit of fun, nothing more than that. Never on track, never threatening. It wasn't a match for very efficient South Asia Technologies, missing a full toss. Vimanage stayed till the end. Couple of boundaries, and here's the final dismissal of the final delivery. Resounding victory for South Asia Technologies. They are in the semi-finals with brimming with confidence. Match summary: 20 overs, batting first, 137 for 7. Sapnidu 41, Kamalal, Breeze-knock 24, and Fernando with 20. Pick up the bowlers, Nathan Basnaik 3 for 24. In reply, never really got off. 1 or 3 all out inside 20 overs. The top scorer, the tail ender, 23 of 16. Vimanage 18. Muiz 10. Never enough. Winning it by a comprehensive margin. Done and dusted in the quarterfinal round. One of the favorites in my book. And we got a couple of more matches coming up. A game between Brandix and the tabletop was TVS. Stay with us. Until then, it's goodbye for now. Positif, itu kan?